Good evening, I'm Matt Winthrop. Welcome to Ritter Arena for your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. This matchup is between Aquinas and McQuaid. Aquinas coming in still has yet to win their first game, but McQuaid off to a very nice start at 5-1. We should be expecting a good matchup tonight. These two teams are rivals. They always get amped up to play against each other. And again, it should be a good one, so stick around. We'll have the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week coming up on My 18 Sports.
It's the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. Starting for McQuaid, forwards number 16, Lucian Rosedale, number 21, Austin Naska, and number 23, Max Parada. On defense, number 4, Zach Schuler, number 12, Isaac Schwartzman, and number 30, Ryan Nelson in goal. Starting for Aquinas, forwards, number 5, Tyler Kelly, number 16, Ian Kubler, and number 23, Elliot Clemens. On defense, number 12, Luke Scorsone, number 24, Nick Marcello, and number 30, Thomas Conroy in goal.
We're here with the head coach of McQuaid Jesuit, Al Viverberg. Coach, you're coming in tonight, you're 5-1. Do you think you're starting to feel the identity of your team?
We're getting there. There's still going to be some lumps and bumps, but yeah, we're getting there.
Now, Aquinas is coming in having not won a game. Do you think they're going to come out a little stronger tonight, especially more desperate, looking for that first win?
Well, put it this way, the McQuaid-Aquinas game was always good. No matter who's the better team and who's the weaker team, it's always a good game. So I'm assuming they'll come out strong.
Now, I've noticed you've started 3 goalies this year. Do you feel comfortable rolling with every goalie?
Actually, my plan is to play one a period. They all want to play against Aquinas, so I'm gonna let them do that. How's that?
Also notice you have a high-scoring defenseman in McCabe. What have you seen out of his play? Is he comfortable stepping up in the play?
He's a good hockey player. He can skate well, and he can play the game. I enjoy watching him play.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
We're here with Aquinas head coach Jim Hofford. Coach, you're coming in tonight. Rough loss last time, giving up 3 in the third. What can you use from that third period in preparation for tonight?
Well, we had the guys, we went and reviewed the video. We saw, there are a lot of correctable mistakes. And just continue working hard and just don't get down on themselves.
Now, notice it seems like at times you haven't had trouble scoring this year. Is it just a matter of maybe shoring up the defense, or what seems to be the issue at times?
Yeah, just sometimes you just got to put everything together. If one aspect of the game goes well, then something else breaks down, but they continue to work hard. They'll build some character, and the most important thing is that you win your last game. Usually if you win your last game, it's a good one.
I've noticed it's obviously a good rivalry between you and McQuaid. Do you notice you guys getting a little more amped up for this game?
Oh, absolutely. It's always a big game against McQuaid. It doesn't matter what records, what the team records are or not, and the guys just go and work hard.
So what's going to be said in the locker room then to make sure you get that complete effort at times that you haven't seen at times this year?
No, it's not about the effort. It's almost like they're trying too hard sometimes. So I enjoy this team. They're working hard, and they'll get through this. And tonight they'll just have to play one shift at a time, one period at a time, and let things take care of themselves.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Great, thanks.
The Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week will return after these messages. High School Hockey on My 18 is brought to you in part by Ralph Honda, done right, Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, and Rick's Prime Rib.
Welcome into our Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, a matchup. It's a rivalry matchup between McQuaid and Aquinas, and it definitely should be a good one. Aquinas coming in despite not having a win. Looks like they could be playing some good hockey, and they always get up for playing their rival McQuaid, who is coming in at 5-1. Looking very sharp so far this year. Haven't lost since their second game of the year when they played a Williamsville team, but they've looked sharp since then. As a matchup will be getting underway, taking the face-off, Max Parada going up against Tyler Kelly, leading the scorer for Aquinas, and face-off won by McQuaid. As a puck is right in front of us, in front of the Aquinas bench. Stuck in the neutral zone, eventually goes back into the McQuaid zone. Taken back for a play by Schuler. Gets it out to the red line, and cleared back in by the Aquinas defense of Graywitt. And the Knights try and get this one out. By the way, loved what the fan section did for the Knights. As soon as they said Knights in the anthem, they all started to cheer and yelled out Knights. That's pretty cool. But back come McQuaid. Gets the puck back to center, and it's going to be sent back in by the Little Irish. And no icing here. Taken away by Schuler. Over to his D partner, Schwartzman. And back comes McQuaid getting into the Aquinas zone. A good back check on by Wizotsky. Comes back to the point. McCabe fires a shot. That one looked like it didn't miss by much. Kept in by the McQuaid, and that one, nice save made by Conroy. Back to the point. His shot deflected, and I believe it's in the glove. A good save by Conroy. McQuaid already getting a lot of pressure on net. A couple good shots and a nice deflection there. Good save made by Thomas Conroy of Aquinas. Just want to let you know that this first period is sponsored by Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. 23 locations throughout the Rochester area to serve you. Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, investing in you for over 125 years. Face off in the Aquinas zone, and it's kept in by McQuaid, eventually taken away. Looked like it might have been a trip there. Good back check by Pasco to steal that puck away. I believe from that was Oplodin. And now here comes McCabe entering the zone. Fires a shot. That one just goes wide. As he is the second leading point getter on this McQuaid team. He loves to step in from the point. Here come the Irish. It's Oplodin. Loses it. And now McQuaid comes back. Puck turned over right in the zone. And the little Irish will just chip this one back in. No icing called. I believe it looked like the goaltender Connor Raymond thought there should be icing. Now here's Tortora. His pass intercepted by Wizotsky. However, he's a good back check by Talty, who will just clear this one back in. Taken away by Corey Lewis. Enters the McQuaid zone, avoids a hit. Still got some of it. It's turned back over, and a good lead pass attempt. Wizotsky with a great back check. Definitely something they're going to need against this tough McQuaid team. Now it's the leading point getter, former McQuaid, Jack Dugan with it now. He's got 13 points on the year. Gets around one defender. Enters his zone with speed. Tries to get a shot on it, and he does, and it's a save by Conroy. It looked like he got that one almost between his left arm and his body. So far, he's seen some action from the two top point getters on McQuaid. That's McCabe and Dugan, and he has stoned them both times. 12:29 left in the first. Another defensive zone faceoff for Aquinas. Trying to get set up. Controlled by McQuaid. Back to the point. A wrist shot. That one goes in. It was a seeing eye wrist shot, and getting that goal beat Brian Tyndall. McQuaid takes a 1-0 lead with 12:23 left in this first period. And that one, I don't think Conroy saw that at all. If he did, he might have saw it at the last minute. It looked like there was some traffic in front. But nonetheless, good face-off win in the offensive zone for McQuaid. And they're going to take that lead. As Tyndall once again gets the goal, and he just has the puck now. Gives it over to his D partner. Tyndall with the goal. Michael Campbell getting the assist. And the only assist is Campbell won the faceoff right back to Tyndall. McQuaid putting on pressure again. Kidd with a wrist shot, almost deflected in. I believe that was Nazca. Almost got a piece of that. In the near corner, down by us, we got two players battling it out. Now we have four. And a nice attempt to move by Nazca. Almost got around his man. A good play by Delina. And the Knights applying pressure yet again. Back to the point. A wrist shot gets blocked, and it almost looked like it went out of play. Over the far corner yet again. Pinching in is Kidd. Gets hit. And eventually it's backhanded out of the zone by Kelly. Aquinas in the middle of a change, but luckily for them, McQuaid was making a change as well. Otherwise, it could have been an odd man rush. Here come the Irish. Good backhand pass up to Wizotsky. Tries to get around to the defender. He could not, but nonetheless, he stays with it. Tries to pass down the front. Nobody home. So coming back with speed is Jordan. A wrist shot. That misses. On the far half walls is Talty. And they lose it. And here comes the little Irish. Chipping the puck back in. Clemens still has it. Manages to lose it. And now in the neutral zone, Talty gets this one poked off of his stick. Aquinas starting to make a quick change. Talty enters the zone. Can't get around his man. Tries to pass down the front. Nobody home. And getting taken out of play. We're going to have our first penalty coming up here. Being taken out was Keebler. And I believe that will be a tripping call. I think that's going to be on Andrew Jordan. That's a tripping call. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have a power play. This is the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week between McQuaid and Aquinas. We have our first power play as Aquinas has this, but nonetheless, his shorthanded opportunity is coming back as Leonardi. And he gets squeezed off, still manages to have the puck. Comes back to the point, a wrist shot deflection as Campbell almost deflected that one in. McQuaid off to a strong start. Wizotsky over around to Oplodin. A strong forecheck by the Knights. Aquinas can't get out of their own zone. They turn it over yet again. A wrist shot goes wide by Schuler. And now it's Lewis. Nearly turns it over, but taken back by help. It's Kelly. He fires a wrist shot. That one missed. And now here come the Knights. Tries to pass it to himself. And now it's Kelly yet again. A pass in the middle and off the stick of Wizotsky. He was in all alone. Clemens passes this over into the near corner to nobody. Banked out of the boards and down. And that was probably as good an opportunity as Aquinas had on this power play, even though they didn't get a shot off, but it looked like they could have got one. 15 seconds left on the power play. A turnover. And Jack Dugan nearly had an opportunity, but he got poked away. And McQuaid going for the hits here. Fans look like they wanted to call as Keebler got taken out of that play by Dugan. Dumped back down. The penalty is up. And then back to the Little Irish. Dumped in by Score Zone. As looks like he's trying to get to the bench or go off for a change, but here comes Dugan, and we got another penalty coming up. This will be the first one to Aquinas. My guess is we're going to see a hooking call here. We are. And let's see who goes off. As that'll be Nick Marcello going off. 8:36 left in the first, and we'll finally get a chance to see them in this McQuaid power play. Actually looked like better chances on that penalty killing than Aquinas had on their power play. Face off will be to the right of Conroy. Back to the point is McCabe. He'll walk the line. Gives it over to Dugan. He fires a shot and he scores! A beautiful wrister by Jack Dugan. He goes top 90 on Conroy, and he makes this a 2-0 game just like that on the power play. McQuaid is up with 8:27 left in the first period. And there's a reason why on the year Jack Dugan is the leading point getter for this McQuaid team. Now it's only his fourth goal. He has 10 assists on the year, but nonetheless, he can bring it. And he did right there as the Aquinas gave him the time and space to get that opportunity off, and he made him pay. Puck dumped back in behind Conroy. As battling forward is Knightley going up against Delina. And it goes back into the near corner. And the Knights are going to get there first. It's Knightley with it. Back to the point. A wrist shot gets fired wide by Tyndall. That was pretty much the exact same spot from where he scored at before. Another shot put on net. A rebound opportunity, and they score yet again! Hudson Carter scooping up that juicy rebound makes it a 3-0 game with 7:51 remaining in this first period. As that shot was put on the point by Cole Kidd, and there's nothing Conroy could do about that. He gave up the rebound. Probably not the best rebound to give up, but there was no defensive help back there for him. And it was an easy one for Carter. So nonetheless, it's already 3-0. As I believe, that's right, we do have a timeout here by Aquinas. And we're going to take a break as well. We're going to have more of the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week coming up next on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. We're at Ritter Arena on the campus of RIT. Been a while since I've been to this rink, and I'm kind of curious to actually see what the new one is like. I've never been there. I think that's something I'll have to check off my bucket list. But nonetheless, we have a 3-0 game right now. McQuaid is up against their rival Aquinas with 7:51 left of the first. Aquinas just called a timeout. Head coach Jim Hofford wanted to get his troops a little regrouped. And a hit behind the net, score zone, nearly turns this one over. Here comes Wazowski. Tries a C&I pass. Has to wait up for Clemens as he is offsides. So he cycles back. It's Wazowski with it again. Gets around one, but cannot get around another, and it's a tripping call. That's why he couldn't get around him. As we'll see who's going off, it looks like it might be... as that's actually going to be Cole Kidd going to the box. A tripping call, so Aquinas gets their second power play opportunity. Didn't get anything going the first time. Just want to mention that we're excited to welcome our brand new sponsor, RockSportsNetwork.com, where you'll be able to watch today's game and all of our games this season on demand 24/7 on your desktop, smartphone, or mobile device. That's RockSportsNetwork.com. Do yourself a favor and check that out. I highly advise it. Puck is down inside the Aquinas zone. Is once again this strong penalty kill for McQuaid. He's putting a lot of pressure on these forwards for Aquinas. Now it's Clemens with it. Clears the red line. And he enters the zone looking for an option. Pass out in front, and it's in there. And a good play made by Raymond to poke that puck away, and a shot put on, and he'll cover. And I believe that's actually the first power play shot on net that Aquinas has had this game and put on by Scorsone from the point. But back to that play by Raymond. Great awareness to poke that puck away. As you saw, I believe that was Wazowski all alone in front, and he could have backhanded that one in easily. McCabe sends this around. Left, it could not be kept in at the point, as Delina struggled to get that one. He'll backhand it in. Taken away by Tortora. And McQuaid defense will dump it down. Score zone. Backhands this one around to Delina. Gets it up to Oplotl. And here they come. A backhander gets sent wide. A pass across. Score zone has to stop it. He puts a shot on net. And it would not go. Now it's McCabe with it again. He gets it up. Potential 2-on-1. Tries a move. And putting that one as Rosedale. 3 seconds left in the power play. And that'll do it. So Aquinas 0 for 2 on the power play so far. Clemens turns it over. And now it's McQuaid with it. Pass out in front. And a good active stick by Delina to knock the puck off of Talty's stick. Otherwise, he was open in the slot. McCabe with a good keep-in. And Dugan hops over his stick. Otherwise, he was in all alone looking for his second of the game. Sent back around. McCabe keeps it in at the point. Did not shoot. Gives it to Talty. He fires a shot. Deflection. That one just goes high. Dugan would have had his second. And now again, the Knights putting pressure on. Back to the point. Slap shot. Deflection. And a rebound opportunity. They score. And a great effort made by Talty as he deflected that one right into the pillows of Conroy and reached all the way around those pads to backhand that one in. McQuaid takes a 4-0 lead. 5:10 remaining in this first period. And again, a good net front presence by McQuaid. They got a lot of big forwards on their team. And we're actually seeing a goalie change as coming in is Sam Pryor. He's relieving Conroy of his duties. And we're going to take a break. We're going to have more of the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week coming up next on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week between Aquinas and McQuaid. It's already 4-0 Knights with 5:10 left in this first period. Just want to mention that our first period is sponsored by Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. They are a proud sponsor of high school and youth sports in the Rochester and surrounding communities. Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, investing in you for over 125 years. And now back comes Aquinas. They really need to get something going here. Here comes Kelly, their leading scorer. Fires a shot. That one gets blocked. And now McQuaid takes over yet again. It's Tyndall, one of the goal scorers from McQuaid. And an offsides on the Knights, so face-off will come outside of the zone. Those of you who don't know, high school periods are 15 minutes instead of the normal 20 that you might see, and their minor penalties are actually a minute and a half, unlike the normal 2 minutes as well. There's also no cleaning of the ice between the first and second periods, only the second and the third. I feel obligated to say that every time, just in case you don't know. Aquinas trying to get this puck out of the zone, a turnover, but it gets poked to the side. Now going in there with speed is Pasco in the far corner. Loses it. However, a lot of good hustle, and he nearly steals it back. However, sent out of the zone by Clemens. Coming back, and Pryor's going to leave it for his defense. Tried to bank it off the boards, but Talty blocks it. Taken back by Delina. Lewis gets this one up. It's Wazowski, puts a move on his man, enters the zone. Wazowski trying to go one-on-one, and Cole Kidd with a strong defensive play, pretty much just knocked the puck right off of his stick. A great play by Kidd, who already has an assist tonight. Sent back in by the Knights. He'll be taken over by Little Irish. Slapped around to nobody. Not sure where Marcelo was going there because there's nobody on his team over on that side. Kept in by Schuler. And getting there first is O'Mara. He loses it. Comes back to the point, and a shot put on net. That one gets sent aside by Pryor, and a rebound opportunity was almost there for Nasca. And now it's O'Mara. Turns it over. Slap shot goes wide again. Kept in at the point. McQuaid. It's all them right now. In the near corner. Back to the point. A wrist shot to put on that. A good pad save, and that rebound went right out in the slot. Nobody was there for McQuaid. Nearly turned over. Taken back by O'Mara. He'll dump it in. Aquinas gets a much-needed change. And now it's Schuler. He has a puck. He'll go off for a change, but not before he gives it to a teammate. And getting taken out of the play there, and a shot put on. Kept in at the point by McCabe. Down behind the net, it's Nasca. Wazowski hits him. Back to the point. McCabe couldn't hit that one as it was a bad bounce off the boards. Clemens passes it to nobody, taken away by Tortora. And now it's Aquinas with it again. Kennard. This one gets deflected back in. No icing called, as Raymond will keep it. 2:20 left in this first period. Behind the net, it's Kelly. In the near corner. Pass out in front. Clemens backhands that one through the crease. Maybe looking for somebody. Nobody was there. Clemens has it again. They'll just backhand this one in further. McCabe's going to get there first for the Knights. Leaves it for his D partner, Tortora. He'll just send this one all the way down. And we have an icing call on McQuaid with 1:54 left in this first period. Once again, this first period is sponsored by Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, your hometown team since 1887 as a community's only local, full-service, community-owned financial institution. They believe that when your banking community work together, great things can happen. Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, a member of the FDIC. A wrist shot put on net, blocked down in front by Campbell. And now Dugan will backhand this one out of the zone. McCabe backhands it in, and we're going to have another icing call on McQuaid. So another offensive zone face-off for Aquinas, and this is where they really need to get some opportunities on Connor Raymond because he hasn't seen many shots so far tonight. Even on the power play, the 2 power plays Aquinas had, they only had maybe 2 opportunities. Now is Wazowski in the face-off circle. He loses this one. So McQuaid is able to come back. And a shot put on the near side. A good save made by Pryor. That was put on by Tarnowski. He's out in the slot. He'll backhand this one through the crease as he's sniffing for a goal. Over to McCabe, a wrist shot put on that deflection save. And that one goes through the crease yet again. Scorzone slaps this one off the boards, and it's going to go all the way down. And an icing call on Aquinas. 1:07 left in this first period. Just want to mention that thanks to Stu Hughes and his staff here at Ritter Ice Arena for their help in making this broadcast possible. It's our 6th season broadcasting Section 5 games from here, and they've been very accommodating. Hard to believe in 6 years, but nonetheless it has. Puck controlled by Aquinas in their own zone. They're able to get it out. And now a race to the puck. It's Clemens. He fires a shot, and I believe that one got deflected off a Cole Kidd's stick. And that one went high. Less than a minute to play. Too far out of the reach of Knightley. And taken back by the Irish. Pass nearly intercepted, but Clemens comes back. He gets around a couple. He'll send it in. He'll give chase. Kidd gets there first in the far corner. Turns it over to Kelly. And now is again behind the McQuaid net. Slap it back to the point. A slap shot. That one, a stick save made by Raymond. A shot put on by Delina. And we have a whistle. It's going to be an interference call. As let's see who's going to the box here. It looks like it will be another Aquinas power play. Is going in as Jeremiah Tarnowski with 24.3 seconds left in this first period. Still a 4-0 score in favor of the home team, McQuaid. Minute and a half up for Tarnowski. And again, Aquinas 0 for 2 on the power play. And a good face-off win in the defensive zone by McQuaid, and they'll slap this one around. Scorzone's going to get there first. They really only have time for one rush, and that pass too far out of the reach of his D partner, and a big hit put on by Graywit, knocking his man down. But however, it's coming back as Pasco steals a puck. He's going to kill out the clock, and that'll do it for the first period. Score 4-0 in favor of McQuaid. And we're going to take a break. We're going to have second period action on your way when we come back. This is a Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My18 Sports.
High School Hockey on My18 is brought to you in part by Locker Room Sports, Zweigels, and the Rochester Americans.
Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week on the campus of RIT. We are at Ritter Arena in a matchup between two rivals, Aquinas and McQuaid. It's already 4-0 at the end of one in favor of the home team, the Knights. However, Aquinas is on a power play. They got 1:06 left in their power play, and they really need to get something going as they struggled in the first period. They had a couple power play opportunities. They could not manage to get one by Connor Raymond. However, he is out of the game. Ryan Nelson now in net for McQuaid. Now, I talked to head coach Al Viverberg of McQuaid before the game, and he said all of his goalies really like to play Aquinas, so he's going to play all three of them. Definitely think that's something a nice thing the coach could do. All three goalies have seen action so far this year, and they all have wins. Back comes Aquinas, trying to get a power play goal. Clemens gets pinched off by Schuler, a good play. The puck nearly gets slapped out of the zone, kept in by Delina. Clemens behind the net, back to the point. Scorzone could not keep it in, and we have an offsides call as it just bounced over the stick of Scorzone, and he couldn't keep it in. 41 seconds left in the power play for Aquinas. I just want to mention this second period is brought to you by Rick's Prime Rib House. Thanks to Phil and the gang at Rick's Prime Rib House for their ongoing support of Section 5 hockey and youth sports in Rochester. Face off won by the Little Irish. Given over to Delina. Loses this one. So McQuaid will dump this one all the way down. And he'll try and kill off this power play a little more. And that one gets sent out of play by Pryor, who I think he tried a lead pass. However, that one went right into his bench. Thankfully, none of the coaches were hit as they don't have the helmets on, unlike the players. 14-19 left in this second period and 25 left on the power play for Aquinas, their third opportunity. And this face-off will be in the Aquinas zone due to their goaltender clearing it out of play. Taken away by Clemens as he comes with speed along the left wing side. He'll fire a wrist shot high and wide. Couldn't be kept in at the point by Graywit. With 10 seconds left on the power play, that should do it. Might have time for one more rush, but that poor pass gets intercepted, and that should do it for their power play opportunity. Sent back down by the Knights. Pryor will leave it for his defense. And that's up. Power play is up for Aquinas. McCabe plays pitch and catch with his D partner. However, he loses it, takes his man out of the play, and he'll take a penalty because of that. A holding call on Craig McCabe. He fanned on his pass and nearly lost that one to Ian Keebler. As Keebler, if he got a hold of that puck, he might have been in all alone. But nonetheless, with 13:39 left in this second period, Aquinas has their fourth power play opportunity, and they really need to do something here as they're down 4-0. And it's probably the best defenseman McQuaid has. Kept in at the point. However, that pass gets quickly turned over, and now back comes Rosedale. Rosedale tries to feed Dugan, and he could not as it was passed behind him. Dugan looking for his second of the game. Taken back by Little Irish. They clear the zone. And they try and backhand this one out in front. Knocked down by the defense of the Knights. And it looked like Dugan was ready to be streaking for a breakaway there, but he couldn't get the puck to him. And now Aquinas with it again. They're trying to get a quick change and a bit of miscommunication. They only have 4 guys on the ice, and a wraparound opportunity gets stuffed. Back to the point. It's Kennard. He'll fire a shot right into the man in front of him. That's Rosedale. He'll just risk this one back all the way down on Pryor, who will hold it for the defense of Delina. 25 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Aquinas. Pass out in front and a good back check made. I believe that was by Leonardi. And nonetheless, Aquinas had the puck right in front, couldn't do anything with it. Now here comes Leonardi. Avoids a hit. The score zone takes it back. And now it's Tyndall, a goal scorer. Gets it to Kidd. And he'll just clear this one in a little further. The penalty is up. 12 minutes left to play in this second period. Back come the Irish. And a big hit. And we have a penalty coming up to Campbell as he knocked his man down. I believe he just leveled Sean Miller. Miller's okay. As we'll wait to see what the penalty is, but yet again another power play opportunity coming up for the Irish. They're 0 for 4 so far. So it might have been a contact to the head. It looked like he might have gotten him up high. That's my guess. That's exactly what the call is. 1.5 minutes for contact to the head for Campbell. So this is really where Aquinas needs to make an opportunity of this. But they don't, and it's dumped back in, and a race to the puck, and a good play made by Graywood to knock the puck away from Leonardi. And now it's O'Mara. Turns it over, and eventually gets poked out of the zone. Leonardi with it. Tries to get around one. Can't pass this one out in front. Gets taken out of play. Looks like he just stumbled over his own feet. Otherwise, could have been a tripping call. In the near corner. Taken back by the Irish. It's score zone. Captain of this Irish team. Dump it back in. Being played by the Knights. And they'll continue penalty killing for 25 seconds as they dump it back into the Irish zone. Also, just want to mention the referees for this game are Rich Gibo and Bob Baldwin. Seems like they've had a fairly busy game so far. Clemens behind the McQuaid net. Tries to pass out in front. It's Kelly with a backhand shot. Pad save made by Nelson. And that's a good opportunity, and that's the person you want in front of the net for Aquinas. Penalty is up. Campbell goes right to the bench. And now here we go, a potential odd man rush, and good back check made by Miller to break that up. And now McQuaid with it right in the neutral zone. Coming away is Carter. Sends it back behind the Aquinas net. Score zone, slaps it around. Lewis can't get it out. So now it's in the far corner. 3 Irish there. And getting dumped and sent hard on the boards is Lewis. And we have another penalty coming up. And I believe that's going to be Tarnowski going to the box. But we're going to take a break. We're going to have more of the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week coming up next, only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week from Ritter Arena, as yet another power play opportunity for Aquinas. They have yet to score, and a penalty coming up now, as Aquinas just pretty much canceled out that power play. With only 5 seconds in, is now going off as Graywit. I think it's going to be a roughing call. So he didn't catch the first penalty, but I believe it was a boarding call, the first penalty to Tarnowski. And now Graywit will cancel out that power play, and now it's a 4-on-4 game. 9:46 left in the second period. This faceoff comes back in the Aquinas zone. Once again, this second period is brought to you by Rick's Prime Rib House. For the biggest mouth-watering prime rib in Rochester, visit Rick's Prime Rib House, Buffalo Road and Gates, for your next family gathering. A roughing call is on Graywit and an icing on Aquinas. So this one will come back inside the Aquinas zone. Probably not a good place for them to have the face-off, as Aquinas struggling on the face-off so far tonight. McQuaid really making them pay. Puck is won by Aquinas. They're trying to get the puck out of the zone. Eventually they do. Here's Marcelo. Backhands it up. Sent back in. It's Pryor. He'll leave it for his help. Tries to clear it around. Kept in at the point by McQuaid. Good dangle at the point. However, getting poked off that puck. A wrist shot, pad save made. And almost another opportunity as Talty's looking for his second. Good play made by Marcelo, the active stick, to poke the puck away. It's Talty with it again. Tries a toe drag. He still has it. Fires a shot, and a glove save made by Pryor. As it looked like he almost, my guess is, I don't know if he saw that completely, but I thought he might have had it in his glove, but he had to cover it up. 8:55 left in the second period, still 4-0. We got 34 seconds left on the power play, or excuse me, on the penalty to Tarnowski, and 40 left on the penalty to Graywit. Face-off won by McQuaid. Scorsone trying to take his man out. He can't. Taken back by O'Plotton. Tries to get around Kidd, and he does, but he stumbles. And now back come the Knights. It's Rosedale. Rosedale with a nice move. He tried to backhand this one. I believe he tried to set up Kidd, but it went just wide. Back to the point. A wrist shot put on, save made, and that one hit the ref and almost hurt Aquinas as it went right back towards the crease. Quick power play for McQuaid, and they won't have time to do anything as Rosedale will just kill it off. So now that puck in behind the McQuaid net. As Tyndall will send this one across off of Nasca, and he'll go back down. Goes into the corner with Kennard. And now Pass comes on in front. A wrist shot. I believe that got deflected off a stick. And that one went into the netting. As again, yet another opportunity for McQuaid. Aquinas definitely needs to get some momentum here. They're definitely going to need the next goal. Still plenty of time left in this game. And McQuaid has a lot of momentum going for them. They have yet to score this period, however. 7:53 left in the second. Face off right in front of the Aquinas bench, right in front of us. Controlled by the Knights. As they'll send this one up to Dugan. Right in the neutral zone. Battling for that puck. Things getting a little chippy now, as Aquinas definitely not too happy about this score. Trying to maybe play a little more physical. Dugan falls, goes in the corner. However, McQuaid keeps it in. Sent back up the point. A shot and deflection in front. Gets knocked down. A shot by Schuler, deflection. That one goes wide, and a rebound opportunity, and Pryor will hold as Dugan sniffing for his second goal of the game. He's had quite a few opportunities so far. He had a beautiful shot earlier to make it a 2-0 game on the power play. And he almost had his second. 7:19 left in this second period. Another face-off inside the Aquinas zone. Pryor has looked strong since he came in. Definitely seen quite a few shots on net. Clean face-off win for the Irish. Can't flip it past center. Knocked down by Schuler. And he gets it back. He'll bank it off the boards and to Dugan. He comes in, gets around one, a backhander, and a save made. I'm not even sure if that got to Pryor. Might have hit somebody, but nonetheless, no goal, and then that shot goes in. And the shot was put on by Schwartzman and might have been deflected. We'll wait and see what the announcer says. But with 6:55 left in the second period, McQuaid makes it a 5-0 game. Yet again, we'll wait and see who gets credit for this goal. And if that's Schwartzman, that will be his first of the year. So Aquinas really in a hole right here. It's Delina. Slapped back in. As Christian Leonardi gets credit for the goal. Schwartzman and McCabe getting the assists, as it looked like that might have gone off of Leonardi in front of the net. So the Irish with it. A 1-on-2 opportunity, and Keebler could not get around his men. He gets taken out of the play hard. So McQuaid definitely the bigger of the two teams here. A lead pass for Knightley. Pass comes out in front, a backhand opportunity by McQuaid as Pryor was down. And my Aquinas player gets taken out in front of the net. Things definitely getting chippy. O'Platten will just dump this away. There's a stick on the ice. And that's a broken stick, I was going to say. Somebody dropped their stick. Looks like it is broken. About 5:40 left in this second period. As McQuaid keeps this in. That one gets sent through the crease. It's dumped back in by Tarnowski. There's a bit of miscommunication here with Aquinas as to who should get the puck, as they're really having trouble getting out of their own zone. As McQuaid keeps this in, comes back to Talty. He'll fire a shot, glove save. Rebound opportunity, and it's a scramble in front. And holding is Pryor. The Aquinas fan section cheering, and Pryor, please, a little slow to get up. As we're going to take a break, this is the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. We're at Ritter Arena as McQuaid is up 5-0 on the visiting Aquinas Little Irish. Here's Tyndall. Over to his D partner, Kidd. A nice lead pass for Pasco. Tries to get around one, pass it in front, but nobody was there. So it's taken back by Delina. Turns it over. It's Pasco. Gives it back to Talty. He'll fire a wrist shot. Goes high and wide, and a rebound opportunity came right out in front. Nobody was there. It's Kidd with a wrist shot deflection, and it's almost a second goal for Talty. But it was not go. It's Tyndall now with a shot. That one goes wide. It might have been deflected wide. As McQuaid doing a very good job of getting in front of the net and deflecting shots. Back to the point. Tyndall fires a shot. Save made. Rebound opportunity. Talty couldn't get there. And it's kept in. And eventually this one does come out. Clemens will backhand this one down. Icing waved off. So they're able to get a change. It's Talty with it. In front of his own bench. Will backhand it in and go off. 4 minutes left in the second. Coming away with speed is Graywit. Loses it. And taken back by the Knights. Pass out in front and they score! Perota will get a goal. There's a beautiful feed in front. He beat his man to the net. And he makes it a 6-0 game for McQuaid. And this one looks like it's getting just a little out of hand. 3:53 left in the second period. Well, at least McQuaid has only gotten 2 goals this period compared to 4 in the first. Aquinas still does have time, though. They got to get the next goal. About 3.5 left. As the puck is in the near corner. McQuaid doing a very good job of applying pressure. Aquinas, not sure if they're looking a little tired or not, but they're coming back. It's Lewis. Kept in by Kelly. Schuler slaps this one around, and it will come out. It's going to be taken away by Delina. And turnover, a shot, save made, is looking for his second, was Perota. And not a good turnover. And I believe that was by Delina. So now McQuaid looking to set things up yet again. And a bit of miscommunication as to who should get the puck for the Little Irish. And now Perota will take it away. He's behind the net. He'll backhand this one out in front. And a rebound opportunity there. As slapping at that one was Nasca. But it's taken back by the Irish. This one goes right in on Nelson. And he will hold with 2:38 left to play in the second period. This second period is brought to you by Rick's Prime Rib House. If you're looking for the biggest, juiciest prime rib in Rochester, give Rick's Prime Rib House a try. It's a great family atmosphere and great service. It adds to your dining experience. Rick's Prime Rib House, it's Buffalo Road in Gates. I still am surprised I have yet to be there because I live pretty close to that. Nonetheless, battle in the near corner. And a nice stretch pass. Too far to reach for Campbell. He might get there first, though. And a good play made by Pryor as he came out of his net to get the puck. That one goes off to the referee, and losing that one in his feet was Miller, so the pass comes out in front. And looking for a goal, that was Leonardi. So it's taken back by McQuaid. It's Campbell getting around one. Walks in, fires a shot, and he scores! A beautiful move by Michael Campbell, and he buries a goal. It's now 7-0. McQuaid with 1:58 left in the second period, and a beautiful play by Campbell to get around not one but 2 defenders. And he just wristed that one right by the blocker of Pryor. That'd be a goal for Campbell. We'll wait to see who gets the assists. No assists on the goal, unassisted. Makes sense. Now back come McQuaid. Try and look for an opportunity, and they don't, and a save made, and it's in the pads, and a beautiful save by Pryor. He is not giving up. A beautiful save. I think that was McCabe who had that shot on net, but Pryor just got across with his glove, and then it was in between his legs, and he didn't even know it was there. His defense had to pretty much help him cover it up. But he is still competing. Give that kid some credit. He is playing strong. Minute 42 left. Face-off one by McQuaid, and a shot. McQuaid didn't get all of that one, but it just missed. That was a bit of a knuckle puck. I think that fooled Pryor. Here's Clemens. Using his speed, arguably one of the fastest players out there. He'll fire a shot. Blocker save made by Nelson. And now back come the Knights. It's Carter. Drops it for his man, and they lose it. Clemens will backhand this one just to the neutral zone. And it's taken away by the Knights. And a pass out in front would not go. McCabe's shot gets sent wide. Less than a minute to play in the second period. And it's again in the Irish zone. They're having trouble getting it out. Score zone. Could not get it out. Kelly could not get it out. And eventually, Delina will. He'll send this one down. Aquinas is able to get a change. So here comes McQuaid with 30 left. McCabe, a good pass up to Knightley. One-on-one. And he's taken out of play. A strong defensive play by Graywitt. Took the body on his man. As again, it's a pretty physical game. You don't really see a lot of it in high school hockey. But this game is very physical. Pryor loses it, so Tyndall takes it over. He could not shoot that one, and we have a penalty coming up. A tripping call. With 4.9 seconds left in the second period, a tripping call will be going to McQuaid. And let's see who's going to the box. That it will be Brian Tyndall. As Aquinas struggling so far on their power play. I believe they're 0 for 5 tonight. They only have about 5 seconds left to get an opportunity on net in this second period. They still have most of the power play to enter the third. Face off to the right of Nelson. And a good face-off win in the defensive zone by Pasco, and that'll pretty much kill the clock. And that'll do it for the second period with McQuaid of big 7-0 at Ritter Arena over Aquinas Little Irish. We're going to have third period action coming up in just a bit. This is the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My 18 Sports.
High School Hockey on My 18 is brought to you in part by Bill Graves, Rock Sports Network, and D-Train Media.
Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week. We're on the campus of Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT, in case you didn't get that. We're at the Ritter Arena as McQuaid, the home team, is up 7-0 on the visiting Aquinas Little Irish. Just want to get a couple quick things in here. This third period is sponsored by Locker Room Sports, outfitting beginners to pros playing hockey, soccer, and lacrosse since 1977, including Brian Gianta of the Buffalo Sabres and Ryan Callahan of the Tampa Bay Lightning and their families. Also, just want to say thank you to Steve Ralph at Ralph Honda for their support of high school hockey. They've been the sponsor of our games for 6 years now, and we, along with these student athletes and their families, really enjoy seeing these games on TV. And you get to see me as well. Maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. Aquinas is going to have a power play for a minute 26 as Tyndall is in the box for McQuaid. So Aquinas, 15 minutes to try and make a game of it. They've been struggling at times. They have yet to score a power play goal. They've actually had not many chances on the power play. They did get some action on the goaltenders as McQuaid with another goalie, and that it's Connor Pulley. As I remember talking to Al Viverberg before the game, he did say he would have all three of his goaltenders get in today's game just because the goalies love it. They love getting up for playing Aquinas. They love playing against them, and regardless of the score, he was going to put him in. And I got to say, so far, it seems to be good strategy because all three goaltenders have a win this year, and they're all playing very well, but I think a lot of that might have to do with the defense as well. As they're getting some shots on Foley, warming him up. We're getting ready for this third period to get underway. Again, 7-0 the score. Been 7 different players was scored for McQuaid. Leading the way with points, though, was Michael Campbell. Having a very nice game. He's got a goal and 2 assists. He scored the latest goal for the Knights. Beautiful wrist shot, kind of a single, almost a single-handed effort as well. It was technically unassisted, but nonetheless, beautiful play to get that goal. As we'll have face-off at center ice. Aquinas, as I mentioned, really got to get something going here. Face-off will be between Tyler Kelly and Ryan Talty. And is controlled by the Irish. A pass back to nobody. So Pryor will hold it for his defense. Now it's Delina. Gives it up to Clemens. As he'll carry it almost through his neutral zone, but gets poked off of his stick. Coming back down to Pryor. He'll hold it for his defense. It's score zone. Gets it up to Miller. Tries to get around one. It's poked off of his stick, and Schuler will send it back in. Now score zone with it again. Turns this one over. Schuler gives it to Talty. He fires a shot from the short side. I believe they hit the outside of the net. Now here's Delina. Tries to get around a couple. He does. And it's an offsides call on the Irish. 14:10 left in the second. And 36 left in the power play for the Little Irish. Face-off will be just outside the McQuaid zone. O'Plottin in the face-off circle against Pasco. Pasco's had a real strong game tonight as well. Not showing up on the score sheet. A strong defensive game, and he's in on that forecheck. And he's been a big reason why those Aquinas defensemen really kind of have to look around all the time and have to be pretty much rubberneckers just watching for him. Sent back in by the McQuaid defense as they continue to kill this call. And just as I mentioned, there's Pasco still playing hard. He's not giving up. It's 7-0, but they're not letting up on the gas pedal. Set back out of the zone and taken away by the Little Irish. Coming back with it is Keebler. The penalty is up. And Keebler tries to get a shot on net when we have yet another penalty coming up. And Keebler goes down. Might have a hooking call is my guess. That's exactly what it is. As Keebler tried a nice power move to get in the front of the net, and he just lost the puck. But it was because of the hook. And going to the box is Craig McCabe. He'll sit for a minute and a half. So here's another Aquinas power play. And I don't even know if it's really Aquinas struggling at times. It's just, you got to give credit to this McQuaid. Got it mixed up with McCabe, but this McQuaid penalty killing has been very stout so far this game. And just as I mentioned, they win a face-off, but it's kept in. A good keeping by score zone. But getting there first is Kidd. Can't backhand this one out, but he'll get the puck right back and wrist this one all the way down on Pryor, who will leave it for his defense. Scorsone couldn't clear that one, and a pass out in front, and couldn't get it to his stick was Leonardi. And now it's Dugan. Passes it out to nobody, so it's taken back by Wazotsky. Nearly stumbles, enters his zone, fires a shot, and once gets deflected wide. Tyndall will now slap this one down, and Pryor will leave it for his defense. And Leonardi almost got there first. Almost was the turnover. Tyndall does get there. He'll pass it over to Dugan. He holds, pass out across, and they score! And a beautiful short-handed goal by Christian Leonardi, and there's the playmaking ability that Jack Dugan has. Great patience. He could have one-timed that puck there, but instead he held it. Saw Leonardi beat his man, and he fed him, and now it's 8-0 with 12:34 left to play in the third period. Still 39 seconds left on the power play for Aquinas as McCabe is in the box. As Leonardi gets his second of the game. Dugan and Tyndall with the assist. It's a shorthanded goal. And now Aquinas still with speed, still trying to muster up some offense. Pass out in front, and that one just goes, I believe, under the stick of Oplodin. And now here's Tyndall. 5 seconds left in the penalty to McCabe. Coming back is Keebler, gets poked off the stick, poked off the puck. It's Clemens. Tries to hit that one on net. Gets knocked away. Back in their own zone, it's score zone. He'll pass this one up to Kelly. Gets around one. Dumps this in. And now it's Clemens. His shot gets blocked and sent aside. Racing to the puck is Tarnowski. Gets around one man. Loses it. And now Kelly will try to pass this one up to Clemens, and he loses it, but Kelly gets it back. He'll fire a wrist shot and a blocker save made by Pulley. The third goalie is seeing action tonight for McQuaid. Schuler will leave it for his man. Coming back is Knightley. He'll shoot that one, and it goes wide. Score zone up the boards. Right in front of us. And we got a penalty coming up as looks like things getting a little too physical there with Schwartzman and Wazotsky. As they pretty much just kind of tried to hog tie his man. As both guys are getting a penalty. I think Wazotsky's getting kicked out. I believe he is. We'll sort this all out. We're going to take a break. This is the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week between McQuaid Jesuit Knights and Aquinas Little Irish. As there's only one penalty up on the board. It's actually two penalties up on the board. I believe matching minors is a call. Schwartzman, a minute and a half for holding. So Wazotsky pretty much done for game. He gets a minute and a half for holding, a minute and a half for unsportsmanlike, and a 7.5 minute misconduct. There's still only two penalties up on the board, so I'm curious if Aquinas will be on the penalty kill soon, and if McQuaid gets a power play out of this. About 10 minutes left in the third. Back come the Knights. Carter couldn't get that shot away. It rolled off of his stick. Coming back with speed is Keebler. Fires a wrist shot. That one may have gotten deflected off the stick of Tyndall, but it goes high and wide. Delina tries to slap it back in. Gets blocked right in front of him. Losing this puck is Kelly. Now it's score zone. And I believe McQuaid actually does have a power play here, as it looked like at times they had four guys on the ice, and Pulley will cover that one up. Bit of confusion on that one. I think McQuaid had four players on the ice at some time. But nonetheless, 6 seconds left on the penalties. I believe the referee is talking to the scorers right now to figure that out. So McQuaid looks like they're on the power play. .9:31 left to play in this third period, and they're still getting this sorted out. I can tell there was some confusion. So just 6 seconds left on the power play. A wrist shot, shorthanded opportunity for Clemens. That one goes high and wide. So the penalty is up. McQuaid cannot convert. McCabe just sends this one in. Taken away by Delina and sent out of the zone. McCabe gets it back. A good pass. Entering the zone. As McCabe and Kelly kind of having a little words exchange, I would imagine they're probably saying something nice. Things starting to get physical yet again. Taken back by the Knights. They get it out of the zone. As Kelly looks like he's just starting to go after people and hit people. Miller gets stood up at the blue line. And now back comes Tortora. Enters the zone. Gets around a couple. He'll try and pass this one out in front. Nobody there. Back to the point. McCabe fires a shot. Low save made. Rebound opportunity on net by Perota. And that was pushed right back to him by Pryor. And now with it is Nasca. In the far corner, he backhands this one through the crease. Here's McCabe. He'll send this one behind the net. Nasca couldn't get there first, so Scorsone steals it away for the Irish. Back to the point is McCabe. Over to the far half boards. It's Pasco. He still has it. Good poke check away by Clemens. Tries to beat McCabe to the puck, and he can't. So Pasco takes it away for the Knights. Off the bench, it's Talty. He fires a shot right into the pads of the defenseman. A rebound opportunity by Pasco, and a save made by Pryor. Pinching in is Tyndall. He loses it. Gives it to Talty. Two bodies fall, so it's taken back by Delina. Right in front of us, the battle ensues. It's right in the near corner. 5 bodies there. And the puck isn't really moving too far. Comes back to the point. It's Tyndall. He'll fire a shot. I believe getting a piece of that with Pryor. Looked like it was going wide anyway. So it's Talty. Over to Pasco. Wrist shot. Glove save made by Pryor. And that was going wide. Looked like he wanted to stop it anyway. Over the stick of Tyndall goes the puck all the way down on Pulley. And he will leave it for his defenseman. Aquinas starting to get a change. Here's Talty. Tries to get around the defender, but he couldn't. Good play made by Graywit to take the body there. Scorzone with it. Up to Keebler. Clemens with speed. Tries to get around Tyndall, and he does. He'll pass this one to Kelly. Tries to backhand that one over to Miller, and it comes out in front. A backhand opportunity, save made by Pulley, as Miller was left all alone, but I don't think he got enough of that one. And now it's Scorzone. Tries to flick this one out. It would have been a hand pass, so McQuaid elected not to play the puck. But it's Talty again, and a save made by Pryor. A beautiful save. He came out and he challenged Talty, who was looking for his second. So Pryor still battling with 6 minutes left in the third. And now here come the Knights. A shot fired, and that one goes high and wide. And now it's Schuler. A turnover. Dugan takes it away. Avoids the checking of Delina. Back to Schuler. He'll fire a wrist shot. That one gets deflected and goes wide. It comes back to the point. Good keep in by the Knights. A wrist shot fired. That one goes wide. Oplodin tries to get this one out of the zone. Looks like Aquinas might be a little tired. Dugan falls. This one comes back to the point. Poked away by Clemens. And here he comes. He still has it. Feeds it over to Delina. A shot fired. I believe that one was gloved down by Pulley, and that one gets set aside. As some non-stop action, not many whistles. However, we're going to have one as soon as Aquinas touches the puck. A tripping call as Delina takes out Dugan. And he'll go to the box with 5 minutes, 5:01 left in the third. We're going to take a break. This is your Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Power play for McQuaid. Delina, a minute and a half for tripping. They already have a power play goal, McQuaid does. Puck left in the crease. Almost cleared out of the zone, and it bounces over the stick of Tyndall. And it comes back. Cycling back, he leaves it for Pasco. Avoids the forecheck of Kelly. It's Pasco with it. He enters the zone. Tries to get around a couple. Puts that shot on net. Got deflected, and it went wide. Tyndall with it. To Pasco. Along the far half wall. He'll walk up to the blue line. Down low for Tarnowski. Could have passed it out in front. Taken back by Kelly and backhanded down. And he'll go off for a change. And a good step up at the blue line by Graywood to prevent his man from going over. 4 minutes left. 30 in the power play. Turnover. And Aquinas will send it back to neutral ice where it's taken away by Tyndall. So the Knights looking for another power play goal. Pass out in front. That one goes right to Pryor. He couldn't cover it. I believe it might have been poked away, or it was a bouncy puck. Pasco to Tyndall. Fires a snapshot. That one goes wide. May have been tipped. And now it's Rosedale. Right in the near circle. A cross-ice pass and a shot. That one missed. Pasco was all alone. The penalty is up. And a bit of miscommunication as Aquinas still only has 4 guys in the zone. A shot. That one goes wide. Pasco again looking for an opportunity. And we have a penalty coming up, I believe, to Aquinas. And Pryor will hold. Let's see what it is. It's an interference call. 3:14 left in the third. Just want to mention that this third period is sponsored by Locker Room Sports, now in 2 locations to serve your equipment needs. Ridge Road West in Greece and the Vilgrace Regional Iceplex. Also, just want to mention to remember to check out rocksportsnetwork.com to see a replay of today's game. Enjoy some great local sports podcasts, radio, and TV shows, along with some live game webcasts. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook, and you could win Rochester Americans tickets. That's rocksportsnetwork.com. Not rock like R-O-C-K, it's R-O-C, kind of like what we call Rochester because we're really cool. 3 minutes left. A shot put on net. That one bounced into the net, the corner, and it gets slapped back down by the Little Irish. And the box is Graywood. And a turnover. Here's Delina. Tries to pass down in front, stolen back by McCabe. Retreats behind his own net. McCabe's pass just a little too far. This one will go down for icing on McQuaid. Again, third period sponsored by Locker Room Sports. Stopping to see Graham, Steve, and the gang for the special attention you deserve. They know the game, and they know the fit. 2:35 left in the game. 52 seconds left on the McQuaid power play. Face off to the right of Pulley. Flipped up and out to neutral zone. Taken back by Delina. And he'll just send this one down. McQuaid with 30 seconds left on the power play. It's Tortora. Glides through the neutral zone. Gets around a couple. Tried to get around the defense of LeBlanc. It wasn't working, and Aquinas will send it out of the zone. Now it's McCabe with it. Gets around the forecheck of Miller. Enters the Aquinas zone. McCabe tries to get a shot on net. Gets poked off of his stick right to Pryor, and he'll hold. 10 seconds left in the penalty to Graywood. And a minute 53 left in the game. 8-0 the score in favor of the McQuaid Jesuit Knights. In the face-off circle, it's Lewis and Pasco. Won by Pasco. A slap shot save made by Pryor. Pasco sniffing for a rebound. And it comes back out to Schwartzman. The penalty is up. Schwartzman fires a shot right into the breadbasket of Pryor, and he'll hold with a minute 41 left to play in this game. This face-off will be yet again inside the Irish zone. So nothing doing on that power play from McQuaid. Face-off won by the Irish. Taken back, and they'll dump this one out to center. Clemens tries to beat his man there, but he loses it. So a minute and a half left. And the whistle's blown. I believe this face-off will be at center ice, it looks like. Or just outside the Irish zone. Controlled by Pasco. He'll send it all the way back. Clean face-off win. Now it's Schwartzman. Taken away by the Irish. A good knockdown by Pasco. He comes in. He'll try and pass this one out in front. It almost gets to his man, but it got deflected away. Schuler steps in from the point. Back to the point. A wrist shot gets blocked down. Less than a minute to play. Pasco's shot again. He's really looking for that goal. It gets blocked. Schuler loses it, but getting there will be Kelly. And a battle ensues behind the Aquinas net. A couple players fall down. And I believe we're going to have some penalties here, as they really don't like each other. And again, it's getting physical. It's been a physical game pretty much the entire time, and just the fact that it's 8-0 McQuaid pretty much doesn't help Aquinas, and tempers might be just getting a little better of them, as we're seeing some penalties. Kelly's going to go to the box, as is Andrew Jordan for McQuaid. So matching minors. Nobody tossed out of the game. Wazowski was the only one tossed out earlier. 41 seconds left. Face-off won by Dugan. He comes out in front and he scores. And a beautiful goal by Jack Dugan. And pretty much a clean face-off win, it looked like, for Oplata, but Dugan came into the face-off circle in a beautiful move to bury his second of the game. 9-0. 37 seconds left. That's right, 9-0. Face-off won by the Knights. Sent back in. LeBlanc played around for the Irish. Up to Miller. Battle right in front of us, in front of the near half boards. Over to O'Mara. He tries a cross-ice pass, gets deflected, and it will go back in for a play by Tyndall. Back to the point, kept in by LeBlanc, but not for long. So the puck is in the neutral zone. Chipped back in by O'Mara, and with 3 seconds left, Tyndall will just slap this one back to center and kill the rest of the clock, and that'll do it. McQuaid with a dominating victory, 9-0 here at Ritter Arena over the Aquinas Little Irish. Fantastic game from McQuaid, complete team effort for these guys. All three goalies saw action, a great game for them. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have an interview with a player of the game. This is the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, only on My 18 Sports. Welcome back to Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week, as McQuaid comes out on top 9-0 over the Aquinas Little Irish. We're here with Michael Campbell, and a big win for you guys. A lot of players on the score sheet, so how nice to see that as a captain.
Well, it's really good to see. I mean, see most of the guys are working hard in practice and it's paying off. You know, I mean, honestly, we don't really have a standout player right now. I mean, everybody's coming up big, especially in a game like this. It's huge just for momentum for the team.
And this seemed to be just a complete team effort. I mean, you had all three goalies play, strong on the penalty kill. They had quite a few power play opportunities. So is that what you'd like to see?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we like to see a good, strong PK, good, strong power play, even though we didn't get a whole lot of them. But, I mean, our penalty kill has been really strong all year, and just to see it again is just wonderful. So I'm real glad with that.
It seems like you guys really have found your way ever since your second game of the year, that loss you had. I mean, do you start to think that this really is your team and this is what to expect every night?
Yeah, we absolutely do expect every night everybody to show up, get ready to play. It's definitely a stepping stone. We're not at our peak yet, but we're very well on our way there. So I'm glad to say that we're improving every single day.
All right, well, I want to give you this plaque as Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week Player of the Game. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nice flow as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My 18 Sports would like to introduce today's Zweigels fan of the game. Nathan Schenkel, a 9th grader from McQuaid. Nathan receives a Zweigels t-shirt, $25 gift certificate from Locker Room Sports, and 2 tickets to an Amerks game.
Well, that about does it for our Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week as McQuaid comes out on top in big fashion today, 9-0 over the Aquinas Little Irish in a game that at times Aquinas did show life, but they fall yet again. They have yet to win this game, but it was a great game regardless for McQuaid, who have won their 6th game of the year, and they came out on top. Michael Campbell was the player of the game, and that about does it for our broadcast tonight. I'm Matt Winthrop. Thank you for watching the Ralph Honda High School Hockey Game of the Week only on My 18 Sports.